Okay. Now, this is an example of the more simple tables that you'll be required to fill in. And again, this is just assessing whether or not you understand the definitions and the locations of these terms. For instance, the atomic number is the same as the number of protons. Now, notice in the top row there, I gave you the number of protons. You won't even need to use your periodic table to find the atomic number. Since the number of protons is the same as the atomic number, I can write the number 5 in my table. And then again, I can also use the symbol I gave you. I gave you the symbol B, which refers to the element boron. So I know the element name is boron. I now know I have an atomic number of 5. Now, atomic number and the number of protons are the same as the electrons, so I also have 5 electrons. And now finally, if I take my atomic mass, which is 10.81, and I round it to the nearest whole number, it will round up to a number 11. Look over on the far right side of that table. You'll see it says mass number, and it'll have the number 11 written in there. That's because the mass number is the atomic mass just rounded to the nearest whole number. So if I take my mass number and I subtract away the number of protons, which is 5, I'll be left with the number of neutrons. So boron has an atomic number of 5, it has 5 electrons, and it has 6 neutrons. Below that, you'll see calcium. On the periodic table, you should find calcium in the second family, or the second column. Calcium has a symbol of Ca. Now, calcium's atomic mass is just around 40 point something. So notice how it rounds to 40. So the mass number for calcium is 40, given its atomic mass has been rounded to the nearest whole number, which is about 40. Its atomic number is 20, which means that calcium has 20 electrons and 20 protons. Now notice, if I take 40, my mass number, I subtract that away from my atomic number, so 40 minus 20 gives me the 20 neutrons that I've already given you as far as information is concerned. So most of the time, I'll give you a box like this. I'll have some of the evidence and things filled in, and you'll see how you can use what's given to you first and then rely on your periodic table as we get into more complicated problems. Try to do the bottom one with iron all on your own. Tomorrow when I come back, I can always help and check. Now, by this point, you should be prepared to work on the Elements to Know worksheet. That will become a useful tool for you because you'll be able to reference that and it will stay in your notes as well. But mainly, it's to give you additional practice. I'm going to check that for completion tomorrow, as well as checking your colored periodic tables for completion tomorrow, neither of which you will turn in. I'm going to walk around and double check to make sure you completed it. And don't forget those students that earned a laminated periodic table. I'll also do that tomorrow. So, alrighty, that's all she wrote. Hopefully you feel much better about your understanding, or at least the basics, with atomic structure.